The Dallas Mavericks have found a hidden gem. As we all know, in the Luka Doncic trade, we sent out not only Luka Doncic, but we also sent out Maxi Kleber, Markieff Morris, in the 2025 second round pick. And in return, we got Anthony Davis, an all-star, an MVP caliber big man who in his first game against the Houston Rockets looked amazing with the Dallas Mavericks before going down with an injury in the third quarter. But we also got another player relatively unknown to many Mavericks fans, and that player is Max Christie, who has looked amazing in just those first 3 games with the Mavericks. So in this video, we're going to take a look at how well has Max Christie really been playing, what can we expect from him moving forward, as well as we do have an injury update before tomorrow's game against the Sacramento Kings, and it looks like Anthony Davis will be out. What's going on, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavericks Digest, bringing you the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get started with today's video, we're currently sitting at 19,271 subscribers, getting very, very close to 20K. But if you're enjoying everything that we're doing here at Mavericks Digest with our watch-alongs, our news vids, our giveaways, and everything else in between, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on a single thing that we do. But like I said, as we all know, Luka Doncic got traded. We sent out Markieff Morris, Maxi Kleber, and a 2025 second-round pick. And in return, we got Anthony Davis as well as Max Christie. And Anthony Davis looked amazing in his first game against the Houston Rockets. Although he did go out with a weird spasm, he did look really, really good, attacking the basket, shooting threes, playing amazing lockdown defense. Just seeing him, PJ Washington, and Daniel Gafford all on the floor together looks like Anthony Davis is the type of player to really make it easy for everybody involved. But there is another player that we got in the trade, for those that may not know. He's a young guy, only 21 years old, and he goes by the name of Max Christie, nicknamed Prime, Big Mac, whatever you want to call him. He looks absolutely amazing. As a young player, we were all concerned, at least I was concerned, about what type of playing time will he get with the Mavericks, what role will he have, as many young guys on this team just kind of sit at the end of the bench and they just waste away. I mean, Max, his development has somewhat been stunted. He did get a lot of run when guys were out, when we had injuries and illnesses. We did see Max play, and he looked really good. Same as Kessler Edwards, Brandon Williams, and even Jaden Hardy. But now that guys are returning, and we've already seen Max minutes deplete just significantly, as well as some other guys, Jaden Hardy included. But that's because Max has been playing just amazing. If we take a look at his stats for the season, For the season, Max Christie is averaging 9 points, 2.9 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 0.5 blocks, 0.7 steals, 0.9 turnovers, and 1.6 fouls per game, while shooting 45% from the field and 38% from 3. And now, obviously, these stats shouldn't really just warrant oh, this guy's crazy, he's so good, he's been amazing, out of this world. Now, obviously, stats can be deceiving. It's just his season stats, nothing too crazy. But for the Dallas Mavericks, he has been absolutely balling. His on-ball defense is amazing, picking up the best player on the opponent's team from full court, just on the point of attack defense, something that we've been missing, something that a lot of people have been talking about that Derrick Jones Jr. did provide. We are getting that same level of defense, if not better, from Max Christie. And not only is the defense amazing, the offense, it's there. The ability to put the ball on the floor and cut and attack the basket. The ability to hit open shots. His free throws could definitely improve, but I mean, all Dallas Mavericks miss their free throws. I think that just comes with the territory. But Max Christie has been amazing so far for the Dallas Mavericks. And only 3 small games, it's a small sample size. I think that's enough to warrant the fact that he will definitely be a part of this rotation going to the playoffs, where we can expect Jason Kidd to only really run 8, maybe 9-man rotation, most likely an 8-man rotation. And you can expect to see Max Christie a part of that rotation. If we take a look right here, Max Christie is everything we wanted from Josh Green and Jaden Hardy, but in one player. He's only 21. First 3 games with the Mavs, he had 23 points, shooting 5 of 10. Then he had a 15-point game, shooting 6 of 13. And another 50-point game, shooting 5 of 8 from the floor. I love the efficiency. I love the offense. But most importantly, I love the confidence. Every little play that he does, every little thing that he does on the floor, he does it with confidence. He doesn't second-guess himself. He doesn't look unsure. He goes out there with confidence. And even if it's a bad play, even if it's a turnover or a missed shot, he knows what he needs to do when he gets the ball. He doesn't second-guess. He doesn't hesitate. He commits. And more times than not, it ends in a good play, whether it's great defense, a steal, a block, or it ends with an amazing 3-point shot to really swing the game in our favor and get the guys going. And another thing that we want to look at right here, Mark Followell tweeted this out, saying, in Saturday's win versus Houston, Max Christie had the second best scoring game of his career with 23 points, shooting 5 of 10 from the floor, 4 of 5 from 3, and 9 of 10 from the free throw line. That game, he did shoot better from the free throw line. He's not the worst free throw shooter, obviously, but as a Dallas Maverick, we just tend to miss our free throws. But 10 points in the fourth quarter was his top scoring fourth quarter. 10 free throw attempts ties a career high, and 9 free throws made is a career best. Automatically, Max Christie is having a career year with the Dallas Mavericks in only 3 short games. And in those 3 short games, we are 2-1 in the Max Christie era. And in tomorrow's game against the Sacramento Kings, we're looking for another huge win led by Max Christie off the bench. But it's amazing knowing that we have someone like Max Christie, Najee Marshall, and even Spencer Dinwiddie and either Gafford or Lively off the bench. That's a nice little four-man group that'll really just shine and excel come playoff time when Jason Kidd's just messing around with lineups, experimenting, throwing guys out there. We are deep. We are still a very deep team. I know the trade just makes it feel bad because we lost Luka, but if we look at it from a basketball standpoint, the Mavericks are in very, very good hands. I mentioned how Anthony Davis makes everything easier for everybody, but then you got Max Christie, someone that so far we can depend to come off the bench and provide production. Typically, our bench has been fairly weak. Najee Marshall has been fine. When we had Quentin Grimes, he was fine too. Jane Hardy, hit or miss. Spencer Dinwiddie is either here or there. But now that we have someone like Max Christie, who a lot of people are calling young Kobe, we now have something good that'll help us in the playoffs, and that is just bench production. And continuing with these amazing stats on Max Christie, Mark Followell followed up his tweet by saying, an add-on to the post below, Christie didn't score 15 or more points in any game in his first 2 NBA seasons. He's had 10 games of 15-plus points this season, including in each of his 3 games with the Mavericks. He had a good interview with Leslie McCaslin on our Mavs TV broadcast after the game, so that shows you. We are now entering that third-year leap with Max Christie. He is now ascending from just a young player who wasn't even a first-round pick. He was a 35th pick of his draft. And now he's growing. He's taking up that next step. He's coming off the bench and being that spark plug that we need. Like the earlier tweet said, he's a Jaden Hardy and Josh Green combined. He's exactly what we needed, and he's showing that in a nightly basis, and I just hope it continues. And just to follow that up, shout out to Knife Talk Mavs. He tweeted this out saying, the Mavs really traded Luka for prime Kobe and Shaq. That's crazy. Max Christie with a 23 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and Anthony Davis with a 26 points, 16 rebounds, 7 assists. Yeah, I feel like, even though Luka did go to the Lakers, I feel like we got our own version of the Lakers with Shaq and Kobe, Max Christie, Anthony Davis. And I'm absolutely loving it. I know it sucks that Luka's gone, but we got to look forward to what the Mavericks have now, and we are in good hands. We've got good personnel. We are a deep team. Things aren't all doom and gloom. Things are good. There are good things to look forward to. I think Max Christie, along with Derrick Lively, the future is in good hands, as well as Omax if he continues to develop. And just continue with this. Noah Weber tweeted this out, saying, I asked Anthony Davis and Max Christie about how the Mavericks culture is and how they plan on adding to it. Christie said, everybody is super together. Everybody's communicating with each other very well. Everybody kind of takes care of each other. It feels like a big family. Anthony Davis said, the competitive spirit that guys have, I know J. Kidd is a competitor, obviously Nico's a competitor, all these guys on the team are competitors, and having that mindset to come out and compete every night, I love to play the game and compete every night, and leave it out on the floor. Play till exhaustion. Guys have each other's backs and guys are supportive. It could be a simple layup and guys are standing up clapping. And I think that's very true. It's something that we've seen just over the last several years. I'd say starting last season with this Dallas Mavericks team, which felt we were going into a new era of Mavericks ball where every guy matters. We're not just relying on our starting 5. We have amazing core of guys from the first man to the 8th man, even the 9th man, of guys that just really do come together. They celebrate each other and they play for each other. And just to continue with the news that we have, as we all know, yesterday, Anthony Davis had to leave the game early in the third quarter with a weird spasm. It looked like his groin area, his abs. But it did come out that Anthony Davis is fine. The Mavericks' Anthony Davis is scheduled to soon address the media from his locker stall. Following that up, Mark Stein did tweet saying Anthony Davis says he felt a little spasm with his previous abdomen injury and said it's nothing serious. So I was under the impression that, okay, maybe we're good. People talk about Anthony Davis being injury prone. Maybe it was just something out of the blue and we're going to be fine. Unfortunately, that's not true because we now have the injury update report for tomorrow's game against the Kings, and it does not look good. PJ Washington is questionable with a right ankle sprain. Max Christie himself is questionable with a right shoulder strain. Dante Exum is questionable with a left Achilles tightness. Anthony Davis is out with a left adductor strain. Caleb Martin is still out with a right hip strain. Derrick Lively is still out with a right ankle stress fracture. And Dwight Powell is still out with a right hip strain. I don't know if we got enough players to even play tomorrow. Obviously, PJ, Max Christie, and Dante, they're questionable, so they could still play potentially. Hopefully, if they do play, it doesn't injure them any further. But if these are all the guys going to be out tomorrow, it's going to be Kyrie, Clay, and I don't know. Can we call it Markieff Morris to check back in for us from LA? I don't know. Is Jason Kidd going to have to suit up? Injuries and our health have been our number one problem all season. It's never been one particular team. It hasn't been one particular player. It's literally been health holding us back. But hopefully, after the All-Star break, we can go on a deep run, try to get ourselves out of the play-in into the playoff spot. But I do have confidence in this team. I have confidence in a player like Max Christie, who's looking amazing for us. I'm very excited to see more from Anthony Davis, and hopefully, health prevails. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you think that Max Christie is the future? Do you think that he's our next Kobe Bryant? Or do you think he's just another young guy who's going to just dwell on the end of the bench? Let me know what you think in the comment section. We can have a conversation about it. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for making this far to the video. Make sure to check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. Consider becoming a channel member. We are doing a giveaway every single month on this channel. Only way to enter our giveaways is to become a channel member of any tier. But till next time, y'all take care. Drink water. Peace.